Mark, why do you have all that wood by the back of the coffee shop?
Oh, guy who works for me, put it there and hasn't picked it up yet. What do you want?
I thought you were gonna make maybe a barbecue pit back there, you know, or.
Oh, you think way too highly of me. It's a moment of convenience.
Well, I saw Stan down there the other day.
Oh, yeah,
Put the wood there.
yeah. Hopefully he'll pick it up too. But help yourself, please.
I don't need it now. I did this winter, but I don't need it now. I'm glad you printed this off, because I printed all the rest of the stuff off, but I wasn't gonna print off 18 pages.
16.
Oh. Oh, it was,
It's 16, not 18.
I'll remember.
It's all good.
Is it that? No, it's all good.
Or 10, if you want to get to them on others.
It's just all that much.
This one replaced
You
what
can
they
do them on there or something. And
Same
that
thing.
you can use this one.
Yeah, because it has a prior year in 21, 22, and 22, 23.
I know you
so
didn't
can
change
see
it,
what was
because there's
worse.
no one for just, you know.
I had 2 minutes to change.
Well, that would be spread out between all of the,
Yes,
everything.
Oh, what is it?
or we could do about maybe 6
Mhm.
or 4.
You just,
There you go.
Yep, there you go, Sharon. It's like
So
looking
I'll
at my mother over here.
that's okay, I was at this age, it's about time to take that advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Us old ladies here. I went into in the cellar today, I said, it's Megan. Gotta help me out.
Do you want to mention the 2 PM meeting on Thursday?
Yeah, unless Justin does.
Okay. Because if they're gonna discuss the design so far. 60, what is it, 68% or something like that?
I think he said 60%, but yeah, whatever.
should we get started? We're on water.
Yes, the operations part,
Where's Justin at?
I don't know. Did he forget budget?
I don't think so, I talked to him this morning.
Oh. He'll probably be running late.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Dad.
Are we waiting on Justin or do we get going?
Let's see if we get going.
Get going?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, salaries, we give them a raises, and so we have to go up to about 50,000.
Well, when I went to class, there's a thing where we can calculate how much it's gonna be, and then because with water and sewer and sanitation, it's divided out. So that way I can divide it out and figure out how much, pretty close to what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So if you want to, we can wait on that, but we can start with 50, just because it's gonna go up that much,
Yeah,
because
it's gonna
especially if
go
we
up.
divide out Justin's.
Yeah,
So we'll do with 50K right there, because it's gonna be a third of Ryan's and a third of, Justin's, so.
yeah. And, I guess salary adjustment, 3,000, payroll expense is 4,500.
So the payroll expense for the CA is going up to 4,500.
Yeah, you have to lift it because of the, and Percy is 65.
I think that's gonna need to go up, because if you look to the prior year, guys, we actually, out of Percy was $9,354.53, and we have, current budget right now is 6,500.
So we need to lift it to about
10, I would do
10.
10.
Okay.
Work comp, I would leave the same.
And, yeah, 2,000, medical insurance, I put 7,200. Legal fees, 1,000. Accounting fees is 8,000.
I would leave it at 7, because the accounting fees are divided out. If not, just because they don't, it's not gonna get past what we were paying, which was the 16,500, but remember, it's all divided out between departments or
Yeah.
funds.
Yeah,
So we should just leave it at 7,
Aaron, can you sign
Oh,
up?
sorry.
so.
is, so that's 7, so legal publications is 600. The phone is 500.
So the phone is going up to 4,500?
No, it should,
No, it's $500 for,
no, because it was at $2,227, and right now it's at $931, because remember they have the cell phones and,
oh, that's right.
so I think we should just leave it at 4.
So the cell phones is what caused it to go up? Going up to 13? Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a cell phone. Dues, let me see, I'm on the right line.
Meeting and travel.
Meeting and travel is 3,500. Dues is 2,000. Insurance was 3,600. This, is 1,600
thousand.
or 16,000. Put a zero on there.
But the prior year we went over, and it was at 17 with the Vista, and they keep raising their prices, so I would do 20.
Do 20.
We have to shut the lights off at night.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, water is always higher, I don't know why, we always do close to 2,000 a month on water alone, so.
Miscellaneous is 2,500. Supplies is 10,000. Equipment repair is 8,000.
So, question about that, I mean, I see we went up, and I know that we do have newer stuff, some older stuff. So I'm just curious as to why we're.
I
We have
wouldn't
some
raise
big
it.
repairs coming up to justify the extra, I mean, if we do, like, 'cause I know the backhoe has had a bunch of repairs. I'm just wondering, you know, if we need to raise it too, or if we're gonna be, cause I saw 14,000 on another one, I just wanna make sure that, like, do we
I
need it
think we
with
should
the newer
just leave
stuff?
it. I agree with you, I think we should leave it because we did get like a new dump truck.
Right.
But also the other thing is now with Justin making sure the oil get changed and things are looked at when there is an issue, it shouldn't go
Well,
up.
but I think the oldest piece of equipment we have is a backhoe right now, right?
Right.
Yeah, and it just got, it serviced, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
got serviced and the new lawnmower is here and they're using a new one.
So I kinda think we might just leave it at 6. Does anybody else have any thoughts?
Sounds good to me.
It's on. Leave it at 6. Equipment repair,
Yeah.
lower at 2,000.
No, it was at 6 last year. So we're just leaving it the same.
Oh, it is 6. There, I got my bifocals. Let me see, auto fuel is 2,000. System repair is 20,000.
That system repairs for like the water plant, or,
And that's, that covers
On the streets and stuff,
maintenance.
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so it's
Is
not
the-
just for one area, it's for,
it.
just for systems for our whole town.
Yeah. Water line system repair is 7,500.
1,000.
Yeah, 7,500. Vehicle repair is 2,000.
Well, it's 75,000.
On the water line repair,
Yes.
75,000?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanna make sure we got that right.
Yeah, yeah, 2,000.
Okay.
I'm wondering if we shouldn't put that down a little, because if you look at the prior year, we didn't do that much.
But they have the new camera this year, right, to check
Right.
things out, and
Right.
Might be used.
so I'm just wondering if they're gonna start checking things out, if we might need that little extra bit to, so I'm sure they haven't done a lot of repairs over the last,
We've been in for years.
yeah. Oh, what are you
Well,
guys' thoughts?
They,
Like
when
a-
you start running that camera down through there, it shows you where all that, if there's any leaks or anything, it shows up on their camera.
They're gonna find stuff, but like 25,000, you think, for extra?
Well, I'm just wondering how much stuff they're gonna find, that's why I'm wondering if,
Well,
Yeah.
they,
I don't know, I think it's high compared since we haven't been using it.
And the systems repairs, if we could just go there, like we're doubling that, right? Is what we're looking at.
Well, it was doubled last year.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So, well, do you think, maybe 60 on the water line repairs? I mean, I just wonder if they're gonna start, I imagine we're gonna start using some, but I don't know. It's hard to say what they're gonna find.
Right, but it doesn't mean it all has to be fixed in
Well-
1 year either.
Right.
The water lines is.
Well, does that camera do water lines or sewer
No,
lines?
just sewer lines. You
Oh.
can't run that camera down, that big camera down that, down the water line. And
So-
sewer line, so you can just only use it on the water, or on the sewer lines.
Yeah, I think maybe we just leave it at 50.
Well, I mean, it's 40 years ago when we put sewer lines in.
Well, this is, yeah, but this is water lines. I thought you could, I was mistaken.
No, I mean,
I thought the camera could check the
Yeah.
sewer, but they can't.
Yeah, I
So-
think we
Or the
can go
water.
back to 50. Certainly not after it's been in the sewer.
So
you
Might
want,
mess up the taste.
so you want it,
run it down the water, the sewer line, just run it down.
Yeah.
so you want it down to 50 instead of 75?
Drop it back to 50.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think we should
yeah.
leave it at 50. Well, Mark, good catch, Mark. I was thinking wrong.
We're on equipment rental.
We're on vehicle repairs.
Oh, sorry, vehicle repairs. That one I would just leave the same.
Vehicle, 2,000. Office expenses, 5,000. That comes,
Does that include the new monitors?
for refusal, they don't waste any money.
Is the new monitors going under office expenses?
That's gonna go under office expenses for, everything across the board.
Right, so that's part of the 5,000.
Right.
Yeah.
office expenses, what, 2,000?
Yeah, we're upping it to 5.
Bank charges is 100, that's in case somebody gives us a bad deal. Depreciation,
That just stays the same.
that is, $76,946, and amortization is 65,840. And, testing is 5,000. And, new hookup expense, there's 1,000. Restock is a couple of thousand. DEQ is a couple of thousand. Equipment fuel is 500. That's for little engines that they have to rent to do whatever they do. And meters is a couple of thousand. Well water is, or well repair is 3,000. Reservoir cleaning, I put 3,000 down.
Is
And
that what it cost last time we had it cleaned?
Yeah, that was with the divers. Cause they have to go in and clean that whole area out. And we had a hard time finding anybody. I think we got people from what, Wisconsin?
you can
I
move,
can't
if they
remember how far
don't
they
do
came,
it,
but it was
then
a job.
you lap over and,
Well, I remember when cleaning it, I was just
yeah.
making sure that that was enough to have it cleaned.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
cheap, actually,
Yeah,
the divers.
Could be, that's, well, we don't clean it every year. And capital outlay is 15,000. So we move on to,
Sewer. Now, this one's gonna be hard, so to speak, because a lot of that's gonna go through the grants. When they do the improvements, but also before they get them done, if we have issues, we're gonna have to make sure we have the funds in there to cover that cost. Hopefully don't hopefully they'll start working on it now by end of summer, so.
So the revenue, does the revenue change?
Yes, it will change, but I get, that's what the budget manual's for. So all that stuff is figured out, so.
Yeah, whenever the year changes over, the numbers change.
Yeah,
There's all these adjustments.
and I'm leaving the 2.5 million in there, I don't know, hopefully when they start, we can make an adjustment. I don't know if we should up it, because it's supposed to be, I don't know how much that whole improvement's gonna be and how long it's gonna take. So I might talk to Don about that, and we might adjust, the sewer improvement phases. But like the Idaho, Community Block Grant is at 500. So, that should, and ARPA funds is gonna change because we have used some of that for that GPS thing. And I think we have something like 46, no, we had to divide out part of the dump truck too, so. I think it's around 40,000 we have left in ARPA that we were gonna use of the 64. So I might have to change that too.
So these revenue numbers might change.
Yes, the revenue numbers might change. It's kind of like in the general fund,
It's like,
like property tax and stuff like that. I get all the information from the county and the budget manual and everything.
they don't come in till later.
Yeah, so those will probably be in June's.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
we're,
it's the middle of June before you get.
Well, I got the budget manual now, so hopefully by the next meeting, I'll have all the revenue stuff put in there. And
So-
then if you wanna make adjustments for revenue, that's fine. For sales, I don't know, I'm assuming it's still at 125. We could go up to probably 130 because we did raise the rates. See where the prior year, we actually brought in 128,697.
so I have a question. So if we're going to know more specifically after you look at the book in June,
Yeah,
should we
it
make
changed.
these adjustments or should we just wait until, as far as the revenue part? Like I believe we can go down and look at the operations and all that, but the revenue, should we,
Yeah, the revenue, you're gonna have to wait on all of them, like even the
Yeah.
water, we had to bypass the revenue.
okay. So we should be down at operations, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, let me get these numbers lined up here. So we're down.
Do you want a ruler, Dick? I got a ruler.
Maybe, I
I'll grab
Turn
you
your
a
paper
ruler.
over.
Okay, we're at accounting fees, that's where we're starting at.
Operations on salaries.
Operations.
I lost my ruler.
Mine's on my shelf above my desk.
Okay, thanks.
Did we do medical insurance? No.
No, we're starting right at salaries,
3087.
right here, very top. Trying to very top.
Okay, where
There
do
you
you want
are.
to start?
Yeah,
There
right
you
there.
Oh,
There you go.
Salaries. All right. We're at, well, raises and all. It's gonna be like 50,000. And salary adjustment is 3,300. Payroll expense, FICA is 4,400. Percy expense, other, couple of hundred. Medical insurance is 14,700. Let's hope it don't go up. Legal fees is 3,500. Accounting fees is 8,000.
I think we should leave it because it divides out. And we only did almost 5,500 this year for accounting fees.
Oh, leave it at 75.
I would leave it at 75.
No, okay, let me get this. Okay, other professional fees is 3,000. Legal publication is 3,000. Printing and binding, 6,000. The phone is 2,500. Meeting and travel is 2,500. The dues is 600. Insurance is 3,500. Vista, they always go up, so I put it at 7,800. ARPA funds is 129,272.
Actually, that's probably gonna go down, because like I said, we used some of that last year.
But we don't know yet, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we'll just leave it there, and
Yeah.
miscellaneous is 2,000. Supplies is 5,000. Equipment repair is 2,000. Auto fuel is 2,500. System repair is 100,000. And vehicle repair is 2,000. Equipment repair is 10,000.
That's rental, I think that should go down, because we really don't rent, now that we have, you know, like the backhoe and
Yeah.
everything. I would put that down at 5, because most of the time that's all the rental that we're gonna use is, divided out, and also with the
Oh,
improvement
yeah.
getting done. I would just take that down to 5.
Okay. Let's see. Office expense is 500.
That should go up, because we're gonna have to divide all that stuff out, that, you know, the monitors and stuff like that. That goes for water, sewer, sanitation,
So-
and office. So I would do 5 like we did for water. If we don't use it, it's not gonna hurt us.
5,000?
Yeah, because that's what we have for water, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a big jump.
yeah,
Why does it have to be that high?
and it doesn't have to be that
I
high,
didn't-
but 3 maybe? I don't know.
I didn't think those
Well, why did
numbers
you
were that
say,
much.
yeah, why did you say 5?
Just because that's what we did for water, we talked to, because just on the water on page 11, office expense, you jump from 2,000 to 5,000.
We're 500 right
Right.
So we jumped 2,000 there, and so you're saying jump another 4,500?
now. Or you
On
multiply
top
by
of the
10.
2,000?
No. I'm just saying, it went from 2 to 5.
On
So
page
you wanna
11.
match it.
Right, I just kinda wanted to match it, but that's okay, whatever you guys wanna do.
Well, that's
If you wanna
jumping
do the,
We're paying
$45.
$10,000 for office expenses for that?
no,
It's a lot. Crazy.
then, well, maybe water should go down then too.
Well, I'm just saying if we leave
Yeah.
water at 5 and only increase sewer to like 2 or 3, then that still gives you
Right,
5.
cause I don't know how
Plus
it's
the
gonna,
advance, because you gained 3 on the water.
right,
So if we go 2 there, then that's, for 2,500, that still gives you an additional 5 over what we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of an extra 7,500.
right.
That's what I think,
I'm good with that.
So how much?
2,500.
Okay.
Okay, sewer engineering,
Treatment supplies.
oh, treatment supply, I skipped it. Oh, that is, let me get these lined up. 10,000. Engineering. I don't know if we.
That'll stay the same because that engineering is part of the grant, part of the,
Yeah.
so, and they have it for 600,000.
Yeah. And,
Yours is?
sewer improvement. 2,500.
2.5 million.
Those ones all stay the same, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yep, so then we go to amortization,
That's done by the accountants, those.
so we're down to testing. Right,
Mm-hmm.
No. So you're down to testing,
Mm-hmm.
that's 6,000.
Actually, it should go down because Justin does all his own testing. Testing supplies is what really gets us.
but we don't know where those are gonna be or if they're
Or
gonna go
treatment
up, right?
supplies. That's why treatment supplies is so much, because he buys all that stuff. And he
Yeah.
does his own lab. So, Anatech is mostly water. They're the ones that do all the testing is for water. So I think we should go back down to, like 4,000. Just because if DEQ or somebody wants more testing done, then that's fine, but most of the time we don't have as much testing because Justin does it all.
Go down to 4.
Yeah,
New hookup expense, $1,000. Restock is 600. Sludge disposal. Let's hope it don't, that's 4,000.
So it was 13,000, then we dropped it to
Well,
4.
okay, wait a minute. If you look, this past year, we put it down because we only did sludge disposal at $3,401 last year. This year, it's at 4,000. But if you look on our billing, our payment approval, just for tonight, there's 2 sludge disposals from compost, and if you open that up and look under the compost, it'll tell you, I think it's like 4,000 that we're paying them, because they had it done, the sludge and the,
Well, yeah, because they had to rent a roll-off box
right.
this year, because we didn't have the dump truck.
Oh, yes.
But now that we have the dump truck, they should be hauling it themselves.
They just did, she's wanting you to look at the
Is-
bill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on the bills,
Yeah, it's under compost, Clearwater. Is it
Clearwater compost.
Yes. For payment approval,
$364.
Yeah,
yeah. So, I mean, I would not go up, I'd go down if anything. So now that we have the dump truck, it's less. so.
I just left it where it was last year at 4,000.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I mean, I saw that we went down from 13, so that was good.
Yeah,
So,
It's better to have a little extra there than, because you never know what might pop up.
I'm fine leaving it at 4, I guess. What do you guys think?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to drop it down a little bit, but 4 is not bad considering we dropped from 13,000 to 4.
Yeah. I would say if we drop it to at least leave it at 3,500 or
Yeah.
3.
3? I say we stick with 3
3 is good.
and see how the year goes.
The equipment fund is $400.
That's equipment, fuel, and that needs to go up.
So we use 693 to,
The prior year, last year,
Want to take it to 1,000? Is that what you want? What do you want? 800? What?
I say 800. I don't know. What do you, Bonnie, what do you think? What do you
I think 800 is a safe bet, because, you know, like I said, even if we go over on a few things, like we have, as long as we don't go over the total budget for that fund, we're okay. We don't have to open the budget and redo it for $5,
So
so.
you think 800 or 1,000?
5, yeah, 8, I think.
800?
Well, I would think 800, but
Okay.
sewer upgrade, I left it at 5,000. You never know what blows
Well-
up at the sewer plant.
Well, and hopefully once, with all the new equipment going in, that
Well,
hopefully we'll
it
be
is,
saved. But I know we're still a few years out on that.
yeah. Safety equipment of 1,000. And capital outlay is 15,000.
So then we're down to operations, right? For sewer, for sanitation. Is the,
Although
The sales
sanitation,
tax and
we
the
don't know
revenue.
exactly what's gonna happen to the sewer.
I mean, so we skip the revenue part of the sanitation like we did the others?
Right,
And go to operations, other professional fees?
correct. Now, here's where it gets a little confusing. So right now, we have where we have other professional fees, meeting and travel, office expense, bad debt expense, and collection expense. We've always been under on our, where we've always been ahead of the game in sanitation.
Yeah. I moved. it
Like,
up
we got in revenue of 102 and we only spent 84. So we ended up with an extra 17,000 and that was just last year. Not to mention the years prior. So the accountant has made a suggestion that, like with Wendy and I, we work on, you know, she bills for sanitation and, the sewer and everything else, even though, so she's running all the bills, plus we're paying for those bills, those postcard bills, we're paying for the stamps, and all that stuff needs to go out of sanitation also. So we thought maybe we would allocate some of our salary in there, so, we could put in, salary,
I put 92,000.
yeah, but,
So you're putting.
not for salary altogether, no,
Okay, I was like, dang.
no, but
I mean,
Somebody got
like our salaries, office expense, the payroll part of it, utilities, so a quarter, like, if you look at the Avista breakdown, I'm sure you've never seen it, but this is what it looks like. And it's broken down to general, library, fire, streets, park, water, sewer. There is no sanitation. And since we do a lot of the billing and we take care of all the sanitation stuff here at the office, part of that Avista bill should be made into, allocated to sanitation. So we were talking about doing like utilities that would be, and that would take the pressure off of water and sewer also, so that we could actually be making money instead of spending it, depending.
So you're wanting to add utilities and salary to the operation fund for sanitation,
Yes.
and how much of each?
That, I'm not sure, because I have to allocate and figure out, I gotta take an average of our total, what we've done in general, the general fund for utilities, divide it out. Cause I would take that amount, not the whole entire Vista bill, but that part, and divide it out to like a third. And then I can figure out, but I'm assuming about $2,000 maybe for utilities. And salary, I could figure out our, me and Wendy's salary gross, and then figure out how much we would be taking out of sanitation. And I could have that to you by June's budget workshop. So, but these are ideas so that we end up balancing better for water and sewer, and we're not going over, so to speak, over budget or over what our revenue is. We're not always in the red, I should say. It'll get us back in the black. So,
So do we wanna look at these, or do we wanna wait until she figures out those other two? It's not gonna affect
like
any of
meeting,
these, it's just gonna be adding to these, right? So the
right, like meeting and travel, I never really take out of sanitation, but I need to start doing that and dividing it out. Same, office expense, if you look, 2020, last year's was 1,200, and we only have it down for 500. Collection expense, so how much we actually pay for sanitation, that's our biggest hunk, is how much we actually pay solid or not. What did we pay?
Pay the solid waste.
Yeah, solid waste. So that's how much out of the 102 that we collect from our citizens. So that's the biggest hunk, and the salary and utilities isn't gonna be that much, I'm thinking maybe 3,000. But
We don't
it's
know
going to
what-
help if we divide it out.
And we don't have an idea of what collection expense is gonna be this year.
Yeah, I'm
Well, I know, I'm just saying we don't.
yeah. So if you want to, we can wait on that.
Yeah, I think we're better off later.
And then you can add the other two, or whatever you think, those other ones, so we can see the whole picture instead of going through this and then going through it again.
Right.
You're late.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah. For now, and then I will switch everything. I will email you guys, hopefully by the beginning of June. I'll work on it this month and have everything that we've discussed put in there, and then you can see where we're at.
Yeah, we just finished it. But
We've got all of your expenses that you were here to do.
we dropped your pay. We dropped you.
You need to keep the sludge though.
More negative.
You're paying us to work right now.
tools, I pulled them out,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
working, and so I didn't have tools to work. And so-
You just let me know anytime, I'll be happy to yank that
Was
carrot
there,
off.
was there anything in it?
Well, there was something, but just the normal.
Yeah, but there wasn't
That
any
was
pencil or pen or something?
And, no balls.
You just take it out, turn it upside down, and shake it all out.
Yeah, we rinsed it out really good, we dumped water through it, and then we checked
We
the
haven't,
pipe
we haven't
too,
actually passed.
to make sure it wasn't pipe,
Yeah,
cause
so it's just.
we already had the toilet test. But,
All the other water that seems to be going down.
Yeah, because that's for the current year bill. Yeah, so we passed the budget, we passed the budget hearing, we passed it in August, and it takes effect in October. So that was the year prior.
you know, it might have been mud, it was like clay, like
This is a lot more
clay.
clear to me this
It
year.
was like a.
Yeah, well, I like this setup so we can see, yeah, this is a lot easier setup.
This was an expensive year.
And,
Well, that was the COVID year, yeah, COVID